It's that time of the year again where Goodreads has opened up the voting for their Book of the Year awards. Whether you love it or hate it or go to, bash their stupid choices, I think this year is interesting. There are 15 categories with 20 books in each in the initial round. And this year they have separated out romantasy from regular fantasy. Thankfully, this has been something that has been spoken up about in the booktube community for years now. And I think this is a great idea because now it lets other fantasies have time to shine and be noticed by taking the romantasy off to its own category and not whittling down some awesome fantasies, which is one of the genres we'll be looking at, is fantasy and sci-fi, and I'm so excited. This is not an initial reaction video because I've already listed them and pulled their ratings and when they released to give you all this information. This is a very long introduction. I'm Morgan. If this is your first video here, I hope you really enjoy it, and we'll go check out some of my others and stick around. I broke the laptop out from storage so that we could be able to see the list, my list that I made with the information and the comments that are to the side of it because the tablet did not want to show me that. Let's just go over the books, the ratings, things like that. Brief things. Try to not make this a long video. Averly Wild's Encyclopedia of Fairies by Heather Fawcett is the first up, and that came out on January 10th. It has an average Goodreads rating of 4.8 with over 40,000 ratings and 8,000 reviews. I gave it 3.5 stars. It was a pretty decent little book. A newer release is next, and that is Cassandra Clare's Swordcatcher. This is her first entry into adult fantasy, but I think it's more so author name that has, gotten in on so many people's radar. It just came out on the October 10th. It has an average rating of 3.93 stars with 4,000 ratings and only 1,400 reviews. Some of these have a very high disparity between the amount of ratings to reviews, and some of them are much closer. I'll talk about one of them in a little bit. The Unmaking of June Farrow by Adrienne Young came out on October 17th. It has a 4.3 star average with 10,000 ratings and 2,600 reviews. Then we have Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon, published on February 28th. It has an average rating of 4.42 stars with 20,000 ratings and 3,000 reviews. Bonus points should be included because I think that is a ginormous book you can use as a weapon. Next up is Clytemnestra by Constance Casti. It was first published May 2nd. It has an average rating of 4.27 stars, 12,000 ratings, and 2,000 reviews. This is the closest amount, I think, in the ratings that we've seen. Then the sequel Hellbent by Leigh Bardugo that came out on January 10th. It has an average rating of 4.17 stars with 88,000 ratings and 12,000 reviews. Next is The Witch King by Martha Wells. It came out on May 30th. It's got a 3.74 star average rating and 10,000 ratings and only 2,400 reviews. So I know a lot of people were highly anticipating it. I don't know that I've seen a lot of reviews, but it was recommended to me as a good world building novel for a standalone. Then we have Atalantia by Jennifer Saint. It was published on April 11th. It has an average rating of 3.81 stars, 9,000 ratings, and 1,600 reviews. Another one that I've read, actually, is The Last Tale of the Flower Bride by Roshani Chosky. Still don't know how to say it. Came out on Valentine's Day. Its average rating is 3.71 stars with 15,000 ratings, 4,000 reviews. I gave it a 3.75 stars, so almost right at that average. It was different. It was definitely a different book than what I was expecting when I picked it up. Then one that came out in May, but I've only recently been hearing about it really. It's The Will of the Many by, who's it by? James Islington. Average rating is 4.66 stars and 75,000 ratings and 1,300 reviews. The Book That Wouldn't Burn by Mark Lawrence is one I kind of want to get to, but then I've been hearing weird things about it too, so I'm not sure. It came out May 1st, and it has an average rating of 4.15 stars with 8,000 ratings and 1,600 reviews. Stoneblind by Natalie Hayes came out on September 15th. This is a Medusa retelling, and it has an average rating of 3.87 stars with 30,000 ratings and 4,000 reviews. Ink Blood Sister Scribe by Emma Torres, which has sounded really interesting. It came out on May 30th. It has an average rating of 4 stars, 20,000 ratings, and 3,000 reviews. Another one that just had to be included, mostly because of the author name and how beloved the first one was, is Bookshops and Bone Dust by Travis Baldry. It came out on November 7th, so it's a very recent release, but it still has, I say still, mostly because it doesn't have many ratings yet. It has a 4.36 star average with 4,000 ratings and 1,700 reviews. Then we have Starling House by Alex E. Haro, published also on October 3rd, with 3.92 star average, 22,000 ratings, 4,000 reviews. And another one, which I would say was author name, or because it's beloved series, is Return to a Beloved World, is Fragile Threads of Power by V.E. Schwab, but its ratings are really high. Its average star rating is 4.45 stars. Came out on September 26th. There are 7,800 ratings and 2,000 reviews. Then we have Vinco by Cherie Demeline, published on February 7th. It has an average rating of 3.82 stars with 6,000 ratings and 1,200 reviews. Next up, because we knew one of them would make it on the list, and it was speculated, how would they do that? Would they add several of them, or could they just do the one? And they picked Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. I really wonder how exactly, I mean, I know there's speculation about how they choose which books and everything, but this one was the first one released on the 10th. It has an average rating of 4.48 stars with 73,000 ratings and 11,000 reviews. I gave it 4.75 stars. I love Tress. It was adorable and cute and just a wonderful story. But I also know so many people loved Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. So I wondered how they picked between that, like which one had, if it's because Tress just had the better average rating. But no. Yumi's average rating is 4.53 stars, but it only has 26,000 ratings and 3,900 reviews. Next up, though, is Victory City by Salman Rushdie. It came out on February 27th. This one had a very interesting premise. I remember reading about that for our new releases videos. Its average rating is 3.84 stars with 8,000 ratings and 1,200 reviews. So another one with a very close amount of ratings and reviews. And last for fantasy is going to be The Adventures of Amina al-Sirafi, which came out on February 28th. This one received a lot of praise by Shannon Chakrabarty. Its average rating is 4.31 stars, 26,000 ratings, and 5,000 reviews. I gave it 5 stars myself because I loved it. I loved the fact that she's an older character. I love that. My picks, the ones that at least go on through to the shortlist. I don't remember how many are on the shortlist. It's going to shorten though, probably from 20 to like 10, 5, something like that. I think it definitely, Amina's going to go through, Tress, Fragile Threads of Power, and Emily Wilde. Those are my picks that are going to go through. I have not yet decided which one to vote on. Or have I decided how long this video is going to be, but we're going to talk about the Sci-Fi list real quick too. Translation State by Anne Leckie that came out on June 6th. It has an average rating of 4.20 stars with 5,000 ratings and 847 reviews. Then one that I personally enjoyed and made a whole video because I could not stop thinking about this one is The Deep Sky by Yumi Kitsei. It came out on July 18th. It has an average rating of 3.74 stars. It only has 3,000 ratings and 739 reviews. And I gave it 4.25 stars because it was a very good look at an emotional state while also looking like at this mystery while, you know, life or death stakes are at risk. Next up is I Keep My Exoskeleton to Myself by Marissa Crane. It came out on January 17th. It has 4.5 star average, 3,000 ratings, and 623 reviews. So that one's like a sleeper. It looks like most of the sci-fis have like less reviews. Then we have Bridge by Lauren Bukes, first published August 8th, with a 3.75 star average rating, 800 ratings, and 192 reviews. That one's very, very small. Then we have The Djinbat of Shantiport by Samit Basu. Sorry, I mispronounced that. I did not initially hear about this, and I wish I had because it does sound super interesting. It came out on October 3rd, 3.81 star average, 232 ratings, and 121 reviews. Considering it came out like a month and a half ago, you would think maybe a little bit more, but then also the fact that the ratings are that high even with that few, and the ratings to review ratio is like, whoa, I trust those way more too. And of course, it had to be on the list. It was like, it had to be on the list. Lightbringer by Pierce Brown that came out on July 25th. Its average rating is 4.76 stars with 20,000 ratings and 2,500 reviews. Then we have The Land of Milk and Honey by Sipam Shang. Yeah, I'm gonna go with that's an initial. It was published on September 26th. Its average rating is 3.6 stars. It has 3,000 ratings, whoopsie, and 575 reviews. Next up, we have Chain Gang All-Stars by an author's name that I really can't say, and I really don't want to butcher it, so I'm just not going to embarrass myself and be bad. Nope. It came out on May 2nd. Its average rating is 4.14 stars. It's gotten 15,000 ratings and 3,000 reviews. Then we have The Marriage Act by John Mars, published on January 19th with an average rating of 3.88 stars, 11,000 ratings, 1,700 reviews. Then we have The Great Transition, and I don't even see the author's name on the cover of the book. That might be it, but it looks like a blurb part. I don't know. Published on August 15th, average rating of 3.86 stars, has 1,000 ratings and 273 reviews. Another one that just had to show up on the list would be the next in the Murderbot Diaries, Systems Collapse by Martha Wells. It just came out last week. No, it came out this week, November 13th. So like the day before they released this list. I thought the cutoff had to be sooner. It has an average rating of 4.53 stars with 1,400 ratings and only 443 reviews. Because it just came out. Then another one that I'm very glad to see make this list is The Ferryman by Justin Cronin. This came out on May 2nd. It has an average rating of 3.96 stars with 20,000 ratings and 3,000 reviews. I gave this one 4.25 stars as well. 4.75 stars. I can't read mine. It was very interesting. It was a very interesting take. Then the one that I'm so happy about, even though I haven't read it, I'm so excited to read it, is Children of Memory by Adrian Tchaikovsky. It came out on January 10th. It has an average rating of 4.6 with 12,000 ratings and 1,400 reviews. I'm so excited to get to this one. I cannot vote for this one. I haven't read it, but you know, if it is one of the only ones that I'm excited about that makes it into the finals, I'm totally voting for it. Skew the data. It won, either it or the series won the Hugo Award though, so it deserves it, right? Next is Ascension by Nicholas Binge. It came out on April 25th. 3.6 star average with 5,000 ratings and 1,000, almost 1,100 reviews. Then we have The Future by Naomi Alderman, published November 7th, so just like a few weeks ago. It has 3.90 average star rating with only 800 ratings and 458 reviews, which, like I said, it only came out a week or so ago, so that seems way more normal than some of these that came out like so recently and have so much. Then we have The Light Pirate by Lily Brooks Dalton. It came out on December 6th of last year, so December 6th, 2022. 4-star average rating with 21,000 ratings and 3,000 reviews. The Deluge by Stephen Markley. It came out on January 10th. It has a 4.2 star average rating, 2,000 ratings, and 579 reviews. Actually, the next two I really did not think were sci-fi. This one I really didn't think fell into sci-fi. But it's In the Lives of Puppets by TJ Klune. It's one that you knew would probably be included somewhere. It came out on April 25th. It has a 3.99 star average, 4,000 ratings, 8,000 reviews. And then also we have Starter Villain by John Scalzi. It came out on September 19th. I gave it a 4 stars. The average rating is 4.28 stars. It has 12,000 ratings and 2,000 reviews. Then lastly we have Some Desperate Glory by Emily Tesh. Average rating is 4.7 stars, 4.07 stars, and 4,000 ratings and 1,200 reviews. For sci-fi, there are just so many on this list, but my short list I think is going to be Lightbringer, Murderbot, of course, Translation State, because I think I've heard pretty good things about people liking that one, Children of Memory, because I have to say that, and Starter Villain, but it could also be In the Lives of Puppets for, you know. Then the new genre, I did not get the information, like the stars and stuff, as much on that, so we'll just run through them really quickly. The big thing that I don't understand is how many times one author is going to show up on this list. A Fire in the Flesh by Jennifer L. Armentrout. A Court This Cruel and Lovely by Stacia Stark. The Hurricane Wars by Thea Guzman. Assistant to the Villain by Hannah Nicole Mayer. The Ashes and the Star-Cursed King by Carissa Broadbent. A Queen of Thieves and Chaos by K.A. Tucker. The Foxglove King by Hannah Witten. The Throne of the Fallen by Carrie Maniscalco. Bewitched by Laura Thalassa. Fourth Wing by Rebecca Yarros. Fall of Wrath and Ruin by Jennifer L. Armentrout. Dawn of Onyx by Kate Golden. Slaying the Vampire Conqueror by Carissa Broadbent. She showed up twice too. The Coven by Harper L. Woods. The Jossid Heir by Sarah Hushim. A Game of Gods by Scarlett St. Clair. Rule of Aurora King by Nisha Tully. Zodiac Academy, Sorrow and Starlight. A Soul of Ash and Blood by Jennifer L. Armentrout. And The Hanging City by Charlie N. Holmberg. So 2 of them I did not know were Romantacy, which would be The Hanging City and The Jossid Heir. My short list for this one, I'm going to put The Assistant to the Villain because I think A lot of people really loved it. And then at least one of the Jennifer L. Armentrout books out of the 3 on this list. The Josset Eyre, Fourth Wing, those are my short lists. Okay, so very quick going through these, not like how we broke them down at all. So the ones I think will make this short list though, 2 of them, because again, their name I think will carry them at least into the shorter list, is going to be Chain of Thorns and Foulheart Huntsman. I think that These Infinite Threads will make it through, and A Curse for True Love, because I heard really good things about those, and Divine Rivals, of course. Ones that could be swapped out though, that might make it through instead, could be Foxglove, really like that one, and A Song of Silver Flame Like Night. I think those are also contenders. Okay, I only looked at these just to see, and also I saw somebody else looking at them and I was like, oh, that's on there. For horror, the ones I think are going to be on the short list are The House with Good Bones by T. Kingfisher, Holly by Stephen King, of course, and How to Sell a Haunted House by Grady Hendrix. Mostly because of their names, I think it's going to carry them and on to the second part. Mr. Magic is on this list though. I loved Mr. Magic. It was awesome. I gave it a 4.5 stars. I would also like to see Black Sheep by Rachel Harrison. I haven't read that one yet though. Otherwise, I have no idea. No idea what can make it through. Mystery and thrillers. I have not read most of the ones on this list, so I have none. I do not know what will make it onto the short list of this one, but I read The Villa. I gave 4.25 stars. I liked how that one turned out. I feel like The Last Devil to Die by Richard Osman, because it's one of the Last Thursday Murder Club series. I think that could probably make it through. The Housemaid's Secret is a sequel book. That one probably could. The Riley Sager book, the only one left, that one will probably make it through. Karen Slaughter, one of her books, will probably make it through. But I just don't know with those because I haven't read most of them. But after reading Luckiest Girl Alive, I really want to get to Bright Young Women as well. Hopefully this video is not too long, that you thought it was a good information source. I don't know, a lot of people have done, like, I noticed after I formatted what I wanted to do here, that they did live reactions to the list. And I was like already gotten the information, like the publisher date and the ratings, and I'm like, oh, I did it wrong. So hopefully you enjoyed this take on it, that it's different, that it's not too long, and you got to see the parts you wanted. Thank you to everybody who watched and clicked on it, and if this is your first time watching one of my videos and you made it to the end, I really hope you'll check out one of the other ones to check out my style, like the reviews, the unboxings, and if you subscribe, you'll find new books every week. Like most of these books I have heard of because I do the new releases every Monday video, and these have come up on that list. And if you subscribe also, you'll be notified of the next giveaway that we're doing really, really soon. I just hope that you enjoy this. I would love to make it to 600 subscribers by the end of the year, guys, though. Thanks for being here. I hope you're finding something awesome to read, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.